Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. A day full of college football has been great, but there's something special about a Saturday night game. It's the Clemson Tigers and the Alabama Crimson Tide. Alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I am Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines. We say hello to Holly.
Guys, as you know, Alabama coming off a terrific year last year, getting back into the college football playoff and getting to the second round. But this team has more to prove. They lost their quarterback Ty Simpson to the draft, but they still have one redemption year last year, the fans can't wait to see what this version of the Crimson Tide will look like this season. Back to you.
Thank you, Holly. Really looking forward to this matchup. So Alabama's kicker headed to the football to start this 2026 season. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. The transfer has it his first carry. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line. Let's take a second and talk about Clemson. They got a boost from their high school recruiting ranks, setting the table for the future, getting a verbal commitment from a 4-star linebacker.
Yeah, it's huge for this defense, not only because of his physical traits. This guy can run, he can cover, he can blitz the passer, but he's also a tremendous leader. This guy could be the alpha on this defense for years to come.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Looking to fire. Finds his tight end. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down.
Man, nice job getting the ball out of his hands quickly, understanding the big fella's open. And the big fella, I don't mean an offensive lineman anymore. That's what tight ends used to be, is just an extension of the O-line. These guys are now extensions at receiver. They can make big plays, get him the ball, run after the catch.
Looking to throw on first down. Quickly out to the tight end. Turning it on. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35.
And you've really seen the evolutions of tight ends, man. These guys are no longer just big bodies that block like the extension of the offensive line. They're more like receivers, and I love when the quarterback gets it out of his hands, and then you just watch.
There's some room. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Clemson. They draw first blood, and that is exactly what you want to open the season with a drive like that.
And you can't draw it up any better. How do you shut a home crowd up? One of the best crowds in college football, you come in on the first drive, and you handle your business. You get in the end zone. Palmer, this place was going absolutely berserk. And strangely, one possession in, it got really quiet.
That was really impressive from an execution standpoint, too. Obviously, you script those plays on your first possession. You practice them all week. It was so important, especially in this game, because you're right. This is one of the most hostile environments in all of college football. We've seen these fans, when they get rolling, it's like a tidal wave, and they just engulf teams and take games over. Great job by the offense early, executing and quieting this crowd down.
On the run, it's Hill. Hard running there. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. Let's talk about Alabama. You start the season top 25. Clearly expectations are flying your way, but with that might come some roadblocks.
Well, I think you got to take every week and every opponent one at a time. The number beside your name doesn't matter right now. The number matters late in the season. So you want to start the season fast. You want to be gelling on offense and on defense. I think that's the challenge early here.
Absolutely. Figuring out who you are. Obviously some talented pieces, well thought of in the top 25, but a lot of season to go out and prove it. Day one, game one. Make that first impression.
They'll go to the ground. 7-yard pickup on that one is now 2nd and 3.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
The give to the back. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
I don't think people understand how valuable it is to be able to hand the ball to your running back and get everyone settled to start the football game, especially when there's production like this. Man, your quarterback feels a little bit more comfortable. The defense feels a little bit uneasy. The offensive line gets settled in. Nice start by this offense.
This Alabama offense is clicking. They're set up with another first down. Might be changing the route. Russell tosses it incomplete.
Just didn't seem like the quarterback and his intended target were on the same page there.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Back to throw, it's Russell. Here comes the heat. He's got his man. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a bigger gain.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
They have work in front of them on 3rd and short from the 42. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his big tight end. He'll be forced out of bounds. Big pickup on the play, and they'll mark him down at the 28.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. Russell unloads to the wideout. Picked off inside the 20, and they snuff out the threat.
QB's got to pick and choose their spots when they want to be really aggressive and try to fit balls in tight windows. Great job by the DB making a big play, getting the ball back to its offense.
The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. Already a solid start to this one. Now he'll try to take it back. Inside the 30, the 10, and he scores! Touchdown, Tigers!
Man, it's easy to call plays when I got guys like this who can take the ball and rip it 70-plus to the house. How about the speed? He showed you a little bit of wiggle. This dude's got it all. Nice touchdown run by the running back.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. That one's going to get a little star marked beside it on the play sheet. One play, explosive, touchdown just like that. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. On the move, it's Hill. Steamrolls his way ahead. Makes it past the marker. There he goes down the right side. At the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. He ran through 2 men on his way to the end zone. Lining up for the PAT. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer.
And this is what's going to drive coaches crazy. It's mental errors, right? It doesn't take any talent or lack of talent to have that penalty. You just got to watch the ball, and when it's snapped, get after the quarterback.
On to attempt the try. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. First play of the drive wants to throw. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
Missed opportunity on offense. QB and receiver just not on the same page, though.
They're dealing with a second and long. Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. He's going to take a shot. Goes high to pull it in. He'll pick up a few on the play, just enough for the first down. They'll mark it right at midfield. This has been a staple of the offense at Clemson. Get those big receivers, let them make plays downfield, and it's been very effective over the years.
Yeah, and good quarterback play obviously helps, but when you got good matchups on the outside, it kind of makes the defense very predictable. Like, I got to give help. Okay, it helps my running game. You don't give help. Okay, I'm throwing to my freak out wide. So I think these guys on the outside with all that speed.
Snags it, and he's open. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch.
And it looked like for a second, man, he was going to take that all away. He was going to score, broke some tackles, made the play, down inside the 5. He finally gets wrapped up. Now this offense set up with a first-and-goal situation.
Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. From the gun, looking for a man. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
And that is just what you want. You get a first-and-goal situation defensively, and you can get a sack and get a good loss, put them out of an easy running situation. Nice job by the defense.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. We've reached a break. Clemson has the lead. Let's take a look at the numbers through the first quarter. And they've swapped into the field, and we'll get it going in the second. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. To the air on second down. Trying to barrel in. Touchdown, Tigers! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
I know we're only in game 1, but in this half, you've got to be excited about what you've seen from this offense. Really nice rhythm. Quarterback's got great command on the field with respect to what they're trying to do, and they've got some weapons. I can't wait to see what this offense does this year.
And they did tack on the extra point, by the way, knocked it right down the middle. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. throwing Russell. He's going to run it. Trying to scramble his way free, but that defense does a great job, and there's no gain on the play. The offense changing the play. From the gun on third down, Keelan Russell hauls it in. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
Every drive is obviously important, but now that you've dug yourself a hole, this offense, they need to score here. Like, before the half, they need to move this ball down the field. Nice job in the passing game. Got to put a few together. Need to get some points to cut into this lead right before the half.
The Crimson Tide comes to the line with the 1st and 10. Back to pass, it's Russell. Makes the catch, it's 4. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain.
And nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football, knowing he's a threat.
Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. The Crimson Tide a long, long way from the line to gain here on third down. Keelan Russell. He'll loft one deep down the left side. Hits him inside the 20, still going. Touchdown, Alabama! This crowd absolutely loving it as he rolled into the end zone.
Well, we know, David, talking to the coaches before the game, they wanted to get this guy involved. Weren't able to do it early, but they saw the matchup, took advantage of his speed, and it's a long touchdown.
Yeah, and sometimes it takes a minute to figure out what the defense is doing, but then now you figure it out, and now you go to your go-to guy. He has all the speed, man. He can win outside. You want to play man-to-man coverage on him? You want to leave him on an island? It's not going to turn out well.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
He's now up to 58 yards on the ground, and he wanted to make a first impression, and he's doing that in this opening game. It's a thing at Clemson to run downhill, literally, usually when they enter the stadium, but sometimes it feels like this running game's doing that.
They run down the hill, and a lot of times they don't stop, Reese, because they keep the tempo and they keep the foot on the gas, and that's what Clemson's kind of built this offense on is tempo, trying to wear you out, and they slip in the run game and the quick passing game and the running QB and so many things to look at.
Buying some time. Got out of trouble and throws. Wide open, makes the catch. Touchdown, Tigers! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And back in the day, you used to line up and your tight end was a blocker and you threw it to him short. Now, these guys are being so dynamic in space and so athletic. Now they can make big, huge plays for your offense and put points on the board in a hurry.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the finisher coming on a touchdown pass from 52 yards out. Fielded in the end zone, it's Riley. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Here comes that Alabama offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to...
Gashing the knee on the right. Huge play on that one. Took it across the 50, and they'll mark him down at the 45.
Man, how nice nice is it to have such a weapon at tight end? A guy that can catch the football and make people miss, but right here, break tackles, extend the play, make bigger chunks than what's really there. That's what can really make this offense dangerous.
Alabama hit him with a big pass play. Will they keep slinging it? Russell flips it out on the screen. Shows him the stiff arm. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
And this offense, I think, will do a good job in this game divvying up the football and distributing it to different guys in the passing game. It won't just be receivers. It's not going to be tight ends. This running back, he's a weapon, too, after he catches it. You saw it right there.
Looking downfield, it's Russell. Bought a little time, lets it go. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Right on the money. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. Defensive holding, an automatic first down for this offense. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. Gonna run it. It's Hill. Gain of right at 7 yards. 2nd and 3 coming.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
He'll run it again. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they've knocked him down at the 17. Give him 105 yards rushing, and he has busted the century mark in this season opener.
And with that run, he goes over 100 yards. We knew coming into this game tonight, they wanted to force-feed him the football. They knew to win the game, they were going to have to establish the running game and be the more physical team in the trenches. You turn around and give this guy the ball, good things generally happen, and we've seen that over the course of this game.
The Tide with the 1st and 10. Running inside, it's Riley. Doing damage on the ground as he runs it down to the 11-yard line. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Throwing Russell. Missed receiver there. It's incomplete.
This offense just has to find a way to find a rhythm here. They're playing at home, and they want this crowd to stay involved and be an asset in the game, but they need to start making plays. They can't keep throwing incompletions this early.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Russell from the gun on 3rd down. Oh, they're after him. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
QBs and receivers on 3rd down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure, the quarterback gets hit, just not on the same page with his target.
Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. Good, right down the boulevard. They cut into that lead. It's now 28-17.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And he's going to bring this one out. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. Backed up, tough field position. The drive starts from their own 9-yard line. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Haynes. At the 20, he's got space. And how much running room have they been able to find just all day? They are piling up unbelievable rushing stats.
Busting big runs like this is a total team effort. Obviously, the back has to find the hole, but you got to have everybody around them doing their job to make it a good play call.
And everybody around them doesn't just mean the offensive line. The receivers getting their blocks downfield is a big deal, too.
It's a huge deal. We always talk about them catching passes, but blocking is so important for their responsibilities.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Back to pass. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have led him a little too much.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder, but the snapping the football, everybody being on time, man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Picked off. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. The run inside. It's Hill. Didn't get a whole lot of room to run. He picked up one or two.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
Incomplete. And man, is he lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception.
This quarterback is living dangerously now. He threw a pick earlier in the game, and he almost threw another one right there. These windows are tight. He's got to be really good with his decision-making.
Run the gun on third down. Keelan Russell fires downfield. He's got an open man. Inside the 30, down to the 29. Time is running short here in the first half. The Tide will have to call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Keelan Russell throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Bama! The offense cashing it in on that drive.
That textbook how you end a first half. You're trailing, you need to put a drive together. Great job using all of the clock, getting the TD, and you want to talk about creating some momentum going into the half and knowing I get the football, so everything trending in the right direction.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. The secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. He'll step out of bounds right at the 35-yard line, and maybe they've got something cooking. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the wideout. Hauls it in. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. To the air on first down. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
Man, the defense is making it tough on this quarterback early. They already have an interception. They almost came away with another one there. They're doing a great job reading his eyes and breaking on the ball.
Movement on the offense, and they'll lose 5 yards on the penalty. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. The handoff to Johnson. At the 40, there he goes. Got enough for the first. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Gentlemen, so much excitement around a brand new season, and we're excited to get you caught up on everything here in Week 1. Let's start with Texas, taking on the number 5 team, the Indiana Hoosiers. And it's the Longhorns coming away with a blowout victory in what looks like a major upset. Expect major changes in the polls this week, pushing them to 1-0 on the short season. Here now some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. They put points on the board in the first half, but still find themselves in a hole.
And if I'm this offense, man, I'm not trying to change anything. I scored a bunch of points. I've been successful. Jesse, the defense has to catch up here in the second half.
Yeah, they do. They're going to have to start making plays, but you can only control what you can control. So for the offense, go out, do your job, trusting that your defense is going to make a play.
That kind of pickup on first down, and you can take a shot here on 2nd and short. Motion from the wide receiver. They'll go right back to it. Alabama will get the first down.
Yeah, and it's so nice. Don't overthink it, right? Just hand it off, get the first down, new set of downs, let's go.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Here's more to throw. That's reeled in. It's key.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting them the football, letting them get some positive yards.
The Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on 2nd and short. The give to the back. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
And it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Mack from the gun on 3rd down. Oh, it's picked off. That's not the start they hoped for. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. The Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. They'd love nothing more than to take advantage of that early second half turnover and cash in and tack a little bit more onto this lead. Caught in the backfield, it's Johnson. Showed off just about every move in the book, except the forward move. Stopped for a short gain.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Just a short pass to the tight end. Breaks into the open. And he is marked out of bounds after another big gain. This aerial attack has had no problem moving the ball with chunk plays.
You know, there used to be a time in college football where tight ends were just possession receivers. You throw it to them and they'd go down right away. Not this guy. That was a short throw. And then he shows you the athleticism once he has the ball in his hands. That's why he is such a tough matchup for any defense. Man, he's a problem.
This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. Holds and fires complete to the right. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be first and goal.
So difficult because my eyes tell me as a defensive guy, he's handing it off. The offensive line's block and run. I got to go get it. Quarterback pulls it, throws it to the right. It's kind of like that hidden hat game. Like, where's the ball? I'm always trying to find that thing.
They'll run it on first and goal. Grinding and churning close to the goal line, but he'll be stopped inches short.
At first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on second.
Tries again to get it in. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown.
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is good. They're up 35-24. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they closed the deal, pushing their way inches into the end zone. He'll bring it out. It's Riley. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Alabama offense coming onto the field. That last drive ended with an interception, and this time it's paramount they take care of the ball. Finds the tight end. He'll be stopped at the 27, but picks up 10 on that one.
I know he's got the height and the weight of a tight end, but man, the way he runs routes and how good he is with the ball in his hands, it just reminds you of a wide receiver. He's so athletic. This is a guy that has a basketball background in high school, and you see it pan out. Every time he has the football, he just looks like the best athlete on the field. For a big guy, very, very unique.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. Russell. Going to try to pop one on the screen.
And we've seen this offense, man, that they've featured the running game, and he's done a good job of making plays, breaking tackles, being a big part of it. Now, what do? Try to slide this in here. Make it look like a little bit of run. Slow down those linemen that go upfield really fast. Slip it to him. Try to make a big play. But to me, it's more about just trying to give this guy the ball in space so he can do more damage.
Trying to make magic with his feet. He saw just enough daylight to move the sticks and get it done with his legs.
I love the play call there, too, because second and short, defense is thinking you might run it. So you try to catch him off guard with the pass. Nothing there. Even if you throw an incompletion, you're going to have a chance to run it the very next play, but doesn't matter. This guy's just so athletic himself. He's able to go get the first. Let's get a fresh set of downs.
Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there. Running inside. It's Hill. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
Awesome job. Run the football, right? It's really basic. Go to those plays you know can get you first downs, get you some extra set of downs, then you can go make big plays.
Alabama comes to the line with 1st and 10. Throwing Russell. Makes the grab. Stopped after a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7. They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7. Dropping back, it's Russell. Fires to the middle. It's caught downfield. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11. Alabama pushing the tempo. Looking downfield on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
And a lot of times when you see running backs catch the football, man, they've got a little bit of space to operate. That's great coverage. Being right there when he catches the ball to deliver the hit, to make sure he doesn't secure the catch, elite coverage.
Again, it's Russell. Buys a little extra time. Touchdown, Crimson Tide! And after being in a huge hole, they're all the way back, just one possession away. Now they'll try the two-point conversion and try to crawl within 3. Keelan Russell, under fire, and down he goes. The defense bringing the heat.
Great job by the defense. They got penetration in the backfield. They were trying to throw for it to get the two-point conversion, but instead the defense comes up with a massive sack.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Johnson. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. After not getting a thing done on first down, it's second and long from the 24.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front seven tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Throws to the wideout. Got him downfield. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this third period. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Clemson has the lead. 3 quarters are in the books. Time becomes a factor both in trying to hold the lead or cut into it as we take a look at the stats. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Wants to throw it again, and why not? And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Back open in the middle. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. To the ground to try to move the chains. That play just got wrecked. Third and 1, and they went backwards.
And man, it's a big decision for this offense.
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. They're throwing for it on fourth down. At the 45, on his way. That's his first catch of the season, and they believe he is a freshman who can contribute a lot early.
That was such a risky call. With the lead late in the game, to go for it on fourth down, that could have been disaster if they don't get it. But with the conversion, now the question, is that enough to ice this thing and win the game?
Snowed under right at the line of scrimmage for no gain on the play.
And what a job by the defense, seeing the quarterback throw the football, break on the football, no space allowed. As soon as he catches it, defender meet ball carrier and gets him on the ground.
The run inside. It's Johnson. Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, Tigers. He got loose, and it was lights out after that. His third touchdown of this game, and his third on the season.
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a 2-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Time is running short. They've let this game get away from them a little bit. They must get something done here to have a chance to pull it out late. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. Alabama quickly back to the line.
Nice job by this defense, pinning their ears back, getting to the quarterback, creating the sack. But look at this offense. They aren't deterred. They're right back on the ball, ready to snap it again.
Got away from trouble and got rid of it. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete. Alabama with a ton of ground to cover on this third down.
Here we go. Ready, go.
Russell unloads to the wideout. Can't make the catch on third down, and the rarest of drops for this guy. They're going to go from their own side to the line quickly. A big play here.
Freeze. Look. Level.
Might be calling a hot route.
Hydro. Sweet.
Fourth down, Russell. Looking to the big tight end. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. And that decision will be questioned for a while.
Listen, with the aggressiveness of offenses and taking chances, a lot of times it's going to put your defense in a hole. And this defense is going to have to come through in the clutch right here because you're trailing. They can't get more scores. They got to get a stop on this possession, and the offense is going to have to do better than they just did.
An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. He's looking to throw. He's moving out of the pocket. Got it inside the 15. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he's forced out of bounds, close to the goal line, and that shove saved a touchdown.
Well, he's showing you all the tools in the toolbox now. We saw earlier in the game his ability throwing the football, and now you're getting to see it with him running, too. This guy is the definition of a dual-threat quarterback, and right now, this defense has no answer for him.
And this is where the offense just breathes. Just take your time, huddle up. I'm in absolutely no hurry. I got the lead. I want to continue to run that clock. No false starts, no penalties. Let that clock tick down, and then punch it in the end zone to add to this lead.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Thought he saw some daylight, but this defense closed quickly, maybe picked up one on the play. The Tide will have to call their first timeout. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. At this point in the game, and this crowd knows this is a huge field goal attempt. Right down the boulevard. It's good. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
I really like the decision by this offense because now they got to score 2 touchdowns. Time is not on their side. I can stay very, very conservative. Use that clock. I like the decision by this offense.
Things have not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Taking it the other way. Touchdown, Clemson. The defense takes matters into its own hands.
Really got to be impressed with the defense here late in the game, still firing off the ball and still making plays. What a great job, not just picking it off, but taking it all the way back to the house. That pads their lead, and that should do it. You think that should do it now to get the win.
And the extra point is good. Coming out with it, it's Riley. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Here comes that Alabama offense. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do have it. So you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You've got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Throwing Russell. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. And it's incomplete, going for the massive, explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the fourth.
Booster!
Russell from the gun on third down. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. Pulls it in down the middle. Rolled into enemy territory and all the way to the 44-yard line. Alabama pushing the tempo. And the best thing about this, the offense can't worry about the scoreboard. Just keep trying to make plays like that, Jesse.
I know a lot of people in the stadium probably feel like this game is over. Maybe it's been over for a while, Reese, but don't tell that to this quarterback and his teammates. They're still out there scrapping and clawing.
Incomplete, and they got a hand on that right at the line of scrimmage.
You know, as an offense, when you're trying to complete these tunnel screens, you're going to have to be able to negotiate some of these defenders near the line of scrimmage. They're all looking to swat it away. Good job by the defense there.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Again, it's Russell. Showing the arm strength to the left. And he throws another interception, his third of the night. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. And after that interception, things quite comfortable. Big lead, clock winding down. They should be able to take care of business here. He's stopping behind the line of scrimmage. He ran through one guy, but not through the rest. So now it's second and long. They feed him again. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
And I love this because you got second and really, really long. And what's the idea of the offensive coordinator? Get third and manageable. Nice job getting the run, not only a positive run, shoot, you almost got the first down. Now you're set up for good success on third down.
Rush is on him. Setting up the screen. There he goes. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 48.
And with that pass right there, over 300 yards. That's a good day at the office. Being able to execute, doing a good job seeing what's coming, anticipating, taking some shots today, but his hold really strong, put up some good numbers.
Running inside, it's Haynes. Might have a chance. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers.
Yeah, and how about this offense, man, putting another drive together, getting in the end zone. And here's the deal, going on the road, handling these conditions in game one, they've done a phenomenal job.
PAT unit on the field. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And man, did he find a way to close with that 48-yard run for 6. He'll bring it out. It's Riley. drive will start from the 16-yard line. They'll go play action with Mack. Moving away from pressure. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
That's a great individual play, and I love cornerbacks that don't just take pride in covering guys. I like guys that like to put their face in the fan and affect the running game. This dude is physical, and he impacts the defense because of it.
And those guys are really hard to find. A lot of corners, they're smaller. They don't want any part of the physical run game.
And the heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. All right, let me jump in here. They are going to go for it on fourth down, and I'm not sure they have much choice in this situation. Stepping to the right. It's incomplete, and the defense comes up with a stop.
Well, I know when the defense goes back and watches this film, it's not going to be perfect, but that was the stop they needed, right, David? You've got two great offenses going back and forth. You just got to be able to break serve once, and the defense did it here at the very end. No matter how you do it, I know the stats weren't great, but the most important statistic, they get the win.
Get the win. Obviously, you worry about cleaning everything up, but you also want timely defense, right? Like when you need it, can you come through? I know a lot of people were holding their breath on the sideline, wondering if they would come through, but they did. They got the stop in a big moment. Their offense scored a bunch of points, and they walk away with the victory.